Good Monday morning. I'm Jared Klein here at the NBC29 Digital Desk with your morning rush. I hope your day is off to a great start. Let's take a look at the top stories you guys are clicking on over on NBC29.com. If we can pull that up. Number one is a Standardsville woman who believes she contracted histoplasmosis on the farm, and she's warning others about it. Number two, a protest held outside the Charlottesville Albemarle SPCA. And coming in at number three, a suspect arrested after a parking lot rampage caught on camera. All right, well, we're getting a new look at the state of the economy in the city of Charlottesville. The Office for Economic Development has released its annual report. NBC29's Bria Stith shares the highlights with us.
This report reflects highlights of our activities to help businesses grow and prosper in the city throughout the most recent year.
Chris Engel is director of Charlottesville's Economic Development.
Charlottesville is a desirable place to live and operate a business from, or work remotely from. So I think we're seeing all of those happen locally at this time.
The 2022 report shows a high interest in commercial investments within the city.
This past year, we continued to see investment in commercial projects totaling $52 million over 379 permits. So that continues to signal a lot of interest in the city in terms of development, commercial development, etc.
Engel says Charlottesville's economy is strong, the unemployment rate is down, and people are slowly reverting back to a pre-pandemic lifestyle.
That helps the economy kind of get back on its feet. We're not quite there 100% with regard to, there are still a lot of remote working opportunities that are happening locally. And as those start to diminish, the economy will benefit from that as people are out engaging in activities as they were previously.
Engel also says Charlottesville's future is bright and its opportunities are unlimited.
Moving forward, I think we're in a decent position to receive more investment and business growth in the coming years.
In Charlottesville, Bria Stith, NBC29 News.
All right, thank you, Bria, for that report. Well, according to the Alzheimer's Association, 10% of all people over the age of 65 end up with the disease. And two UVA students are working in the Lukens lab at UVA, and they're researching Alzheimer's amongst other diseases. Now, the students say the lab recently had 2 papers published. They talk about ways to delay memory loss. The researchers at Lukens lab look at how the immune system fights infections. Take a listen.
Certain risk factors, whether that be head injury or genetic risk factors that we see in the clinic, and we put those into either mouse models or cell culture models.
And according to the Alzheimer's Association, 10% of all people over the age of 65, as we mentioned, do end up with the disease. So very important research going on there. Well, listen to this. A Charlottesville-based videographer is out with a new documentary that is 3 years in the making. Eric Duda worked for UVA for several years, and back in 2018, he learned that UVA constructed a memorial to honor the enslaved laborers who built the university. Duda spoke with people in Charlottesville, descendants of the enslaved laborers, and others to document the full story. You can see here we've got some pictures of the development of this documentary. He says by the end of the year, the film will be available to the public.
Honoring the enslaved laborers that built UVA, but the descendants that are still in this community and have kind of been, shunned out of the conversation for, dozens of years.
The 50-minute documentary premiered at the Virginia Film Festival, and there will be 2 screenings of it coming up in February and in March. Well, listen up, parents. If you are looking to get your kids into arts or just looking for something fun to do, the Front Porch has open registration for its spring and summer camps. Now, the Front Porch, of course, is a music school in the Charlottesville community. Its spring and summer camps allow kids to connect with others through music.
There's 4 different themes. There's Down on the Farm, Under the Sea, Creatures Great and Small, and Fairy Tales. So depending on what weeks you pick, you get a different theme. There's lots of free play, free stations. We're going to be singing, we're going to be dancing, doing rhythm sticks. Yeah, just a lot of cool stuff.
Sounds like fun. Camps are for kids ages 4 through 8. If you are interested in signing your child up, we've got a link to the registration over on NBC29.com listed for you. All right, let's take a look at the holidays we are celebrating on this Monday, Valentine's Eve. It is Football Hangover Day, the day that comes, of course, after the big game in an entire season of NFL football. It's also Galentine's Day. That's a day to celebrate female friendships as well as women and their worth. It's also a gender-inclusive day called Palatine's Day, that is also happening today, and it's Get a Different Name Day. This day is dedicated for those who are not fond of their birth names. I believe it's supposed to be more tongue-in-cheek, but maybe it's inspiration for you if you don't like your first name to go and get your name changed legally. All right, well, that'll do it for our morning rush, our headlines on this Monday, February 13th. Let's take a look at your 7-day forecast brought to you by Michael & Son Heating. Looking a lot nicer today with a high of 61, sunny and breezy. Tomorrow, our all-important Valentine's Day forecast, that is a high of 62. Looks like it's going to be partly cloudy, and it only gets better from there for the rest of the week. We are continuing this warm trend we are on. Have a great day, everybody.